Okay, I have 3 goals for today. First, test my photo shoot outfit because I have no idea how it's gonna behave with silicone against tulle, and I'm worried it's gonna rip. So this is my first goal. Second goal is at least attempting to film race swimming because we've gone from 50-meter swim to 100-meter for practice. That way our endurance doesn't fail, and I'm kind of stressing because that's a long way to swim. This is also my first time swimming in a week since I've been sick. I'm not taking my nose plugs out because I'm gonna go in and do it again. Oh my gosh, I'm cold. Okay. Next step is the tulle test. So we'll see how light it actually is under the water or not because I'm not entirely sure. Okay, here she is. Excited to put her in the water, finally. Oh yeah, no, it's hard not to be totally embarrassed when doing this in public, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So, I have a hair in braids, and we're gonna see how well that goes. It was nice holding it in the swim cap, which I love, but I'd rather have my hair out so I can see it. Here's how the top is now before it's soaking wet. I really hope I don't ruin it. And then I'm gonna get the tools in the water and the rest is gonna be on the GoPro. So wish me luck. Right here and right now is when I knew that this looked like a floating trash bag full of bubbles. So I snatch it out of the water and then we're gonna start moving around again. The problem with it looking the same color as the water is there's no vibrancy, and we don't exactly have a whole setup for lighting under the water at this shoot specifically. So I'm kind of back to square one, and we haven't even tried the whole thing on yet. We are almost ready for the tail. I'm actually just moving it over right now. My plan is to start moving around in this top, and the tool is pinching my arms and limiting movement. So out of the water, it's totally fine, but as soon as this goes down, it starts ripping behind my arms. So we're posing, we're experimenting with how far I can stretch and move around and move with my arms. Clearly, it's not very much because I'm getting tired really, really quickly. Okay, we're gonna move forward and we're gonna go snatch up my tail and get this party on the road here. Okay, once I get this bad boy on, I'm gonna go back over and do these awkward little fishy flips and then grab my skirt and pull the top over my arms because the fluke is a lot wider than I am, and then I'm gonna try and stretch it as to where my waist goes. So story time, there was a whole plethora of children at the glass window watching me, and it was really hard to be like, hi everyone, I don't have my glasses on, I can't see you, and I'm trying to do my work here and figure this out. I don't have time to try and interact with you, I'm gonna lose my mind. But I can't say that to parents, so I was just dying on the inside. Anyway, I get the tail on and I start to get warming up here, moving around and making sure everything's settled. This is where you can see the top really starts to bother me. It's itchy, the movement is restrictive. I was just learning a lot of things all at once. I'm gonna make my way over here and then we're gonna start posing. So I'll drop down, we'll put our arms up, we'll see how the sleeves look, and they are ghostly white up against my skin. You can hardly see them. I was expecting more of a pearly, shiny gloriousness. It didn't happen. At this point, I also made the mistake of overexhaustion from doing a literal full course workout and then going straight into shooting without taking much of a break, and I wasn't able to eat that day because this is early morning practice and I can't just eat a whole bunch of food before going and getting in the pool and doing all this breath work stuff. Is actually with the skirt this time. My eyeballs are dying. I haven't had time to humidify them yet. I might just have to do it at the end. Here we go with the tool. I'm gathering it and I'm saturating it. We're going to kind of get the whole thing wet and see how it does, because once the whole thing is soaked, then there's no doubt of how it's going to act. It's all going to be the same because the whole thing's coated. I'm going to separate it into the two parts that it has, and then I'm going to find the little waistband and slide it up and over me. Oh, look at that shocker. The whole thing is still clear. It is not pearly white, and it is not exceptionally shiny or lustery or whatever you want to call it. More posing. Oh my goodness, you've seen this a bazillion times. Are you sick of it yet? My next test is to pull this up and over me and see what kind of shapes I can make with it. And it keeps pulling out into these little tubes. It's not fanning out all big like I was expecting it to, and that's what I attempted to do while sewing the whole thing. I feel totally destroyed from that, so now I'm actually going to eat Piki Tiki. It's a Mexican candy. I don't know who's familiar with it, who isn't, but this is a huge help for not feeling like garbage after I swim and before I eat. I cannot open it. Okay, reflection on that one. So, first thing was I didn't take out my nose plugs for the entire swim practice. That's hard for me. I like being able to breathe out of my nose and my mouth at the same time, and it works me a lot harder if I only breathe out of my mouth. So that was a great success. Number 2 was testing the photo shoot outfit. Guess what I'm gonna say? I'm ditching the skirt. I haven't even reviewed the footage yet, and you'll see clips of it before this clip even comes up. Bame's Non's having a strong. And already it's heavy, unmanageable, and from what I could see in the water, barely visible, which isn't the effect that I wanted. I wanted a dreamy, not ghosty garbage bag, and that's kind of what we ended up with. Now, the top and the sleeves look amazing. I'm gonna do some reinforcing and adjusting with that just to make sure that behind the armpit doesn't continue tearing, because that's where I felt it. Other than that, ditching the skirt, keeping the top. I don't know if I'm going to change anything else. I don't know about makeup yet, but that's where we're at so far. Am I sad that the skirt didn't work out? Yes. Am I surprised? No. It was an experiment, it was an idea, and I'm glad I spent more time testing it this time than I did with my headdress last year. The headdress floated off, and I had to pull it down last second. I really wish I had underwater footage of what that was like. The way the picture turned out, garbage. I don't even want to show it here. It's so embarrassing. It's not my skill level as a model, so I don't like putting it up everywhere, because that's a really bad example. In the end, though, this is why I test stuff now. This is why I triple check months and months in advance so that I have time to continue making decisions. This isn't a come now, prepare the week before kind of thing, which I kind of did. And I'm trying not to do and encouraging others not to do. Anyway, I hope you like a peek into what training is like when I'm not just sprinting over and over again. I hope today was a good window into what to expect and different drills that will help you progress. And I will see you guys next Saturday. I'm so excited!